Hey everyone, and welcome to Filter Free Florida. My name's Jacob. I've been in the industry of tourism and hospitality for over 15 years, and a lot of people always ask me to take them places and show them around and show them a real side to Florida. So I'm going to actually make this channel to make things a bit easier on me. No offense, everybody. But it's just going to be something that I can show them, send them a link to, and hopefully I can help everybody out. Being that it's Central Florida, we do have a lot of theme parks here, and so my first episode is actually going to be about Galaxy's Edge. It's a Star Wars based land in Hollywood Studios at the Disney parks, opening next week, August 29th, which is a Thursday. Funny enough, it's the same day as the Food and Wine opening, but I'll get into that later. Anyway, if you're a pass holder, you will get one of these every now and then, and it actually doesn't say much about Galaxy's Edge. It's supposed to get you all excited for it, but it only has 2 pages. But it does have some important information, mainly these phrases right here. When you're there, it is themed out to the max. So they actually use different phrases. So bright suns and rising moons are greetings. Till the spire is goodbye. Well bartered is thank you. Under the shadow of the spire is cheers, but I've also heard that as goodbye. And same thing with good run. Good run is supposed to be good luck, but I also hear it as goodbye a lot. And if you have the Play Disney app, it will have a translator for Arabesh already in it. But Arabesh is all over the place in Galaxy's Edge, and it's actually a lot of fun. Even the restroom sign has it next to it. And some of the pictures that I'm going to be showing you in the clips in just a second will also have it in there. The water fountains has it, and a bunch of other stuff. It's really kind of cool. I have to say, Galaxy's Edge is one of the best lands to come out in a long time. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and open up the map here. It does seem kind of small, but I'm just going to go over the route that I did with my pictures. Basically, we came in through the entrance and went past what is going to be the Resistance ride, and went up into the market, did the market first, had a snack here at Ronto Roosters. I'm trying to get this within easy view, so hopefully this helps. Then we actually came up around 9, 10, and 11, went by. I checked out both restrooms. They are really nice. And then we came around past August Cantina here at 5, and then did Smuggler's Run twice. And I'm going to be going over Smuggler's Run in a different video, so that way I don't spoil anything for anybody unless they want the spoilers. Alright, so let's get into these pictures. That's the archway as you walk in. It leads to this mined out tunnel in the mountain, and then all of a sudden it opens up into this really immersive land. It's really cool. There's droids that are around that you can take photos with. They don't move, but that's fine for photos. And then there's these spires on the left-hand side that really make this photogenic, amazing land. Here's an A-wing on the Resistance side of Star Wars land, and there's Chewbacca, and Chewbacca has an attendant, but Rey in this next photo does not, and that's amazing because Chewbacca can't speak English. He needs a translator. And there's an X-wing that everyone takes photos with. There's actually a line forming in this photo, and we decided to start walking towards the marketplace, but I had to turn around and take a picture of this. I think that might be a ride exit at some point. I don't know. But I also took a photo on the other side to show you what it looks like if you walk just straight through to the back. But we decided to go into the marketplace, and there's Arabesh all over the place, and it really looks like Morocco from Epcot, but very Star Wars-like. It's really authentic, and there's all these little booths and these shops that are built into the wall. It's really cool looking. That's the water fountain I mentioned earlier. If you fill your water bottle up instead of taking from the water fountain, it activates that alien a lot easier. We played around with it for a while to figure out how it worked. But there's all these different shops. There's shops that sell toys from the movies. There's shops that sell robot parts and little figurines. There's props everywhere, and the Disney Play app will have things to interact with in this marketplace all over the place. There's a robe shop for Sith and Jedi robes and other stuff for the movies. There's a place to buy aliens, like plush aliens. And then as you go into the back, there's 2 snack booths. One is an actual snack place that sells sweet heat popcorn. And then it also sells alien Cokes that come in Coke, Diet Coke, Sprite, and Dasani. I actually bought one. Here's a picture of it, but I bought one and I'll show it to you right now. Okay, I only bought the Coke because I wanted to show you what this thing was. It's actually a Coca-Cola thing from the holidays. I don't know how else to put it this way, but if you go to Walmart or Target during the holidays, they sell these ornament-like Coca-Colas, and they sell for usually about $1.50. So $1.50 for 13 ounces, 14 ounces. What is it actually? Yeah, 13.5 ounces. And they don't have this cap on there that makes it look kind of like a space bomb. If you actually look right in there, there's a plastic cap that matches a normal Coca-Cola bottle cap, and they glue this on. They actually really make it easy to pop off on some of them. This one doesn't, but hey, I lucked out. And I've had a lot of friends that have had this pop off. But anyway, after you twist it, it's just a regular Coke bottle, and it has this plastic to it, and it just wraps on. And for that, they charge you $6 or thereabouts. I say thereabouts because if you actually go to the merchandise locations, these alien Cokes go for about $5.50, I think is $5.50. Actually, I'm 100% it's $5.50. And then you can also get a discount for cast members or pass holders. So, you know, it is a bit cheaper, but still $5 for 13.5 ounces. And I find that hilarious because you can get 20-ounce bottles for cheaper just outside of Galaxy's Edge. But if you like alien ones, that's fine. Everyone has to buy what they want to buy. But there is also a limit of 3 of each individual flavor per purchase at the moment. So if you have a family of 5 who all want Coca-Cola, you're going to have to send 2 people through because you're going to have to go through and get 3 with one person, 2 with the next. Now, if you want to get 3 Cokes, 3 Diet Cokes, 3 Sprites, and 3 Dasanis, that's fine. You can do that. But for the time being, only 3 Cokes at a time. But I actually think they're kind of cool looking. I just wish they were cheaper. You might be thinking after seeing these Cokes that you're hungry. Well, this is Ronto Roasters, so if you're hungry, it's a good place to go. Not a huge selection on food, but they do breakfast and lunch at almost all food locations. The roaster is actually this jet space engine, like spaceship engine kind of thing, that's rotated by this cool little robot, and he just sits there and cranks all day long. But I got a sausage in a pita with coleslaw and pork slices. It's pretty good. Not super spacey, not super Star Warsy, but whatever. We did one on Smuggler's Run once, and in the daytime, and it was really fun, but we didn't do so hot. Then we're like, oh, we're still hungry. So we ended up deciding to walk over to the other location and try out some desserts. I only got something to drink, and I have to say, here's the menu, by the way. I have it both the front and the back. The moof juice is one of not only the most fun things to say in Galaxy's Edge, moof juice, but it's pretty good. Here's the line for the cantina. We actually didn't get to go in there because you had to go by reservation or sit in that massive line, and we didn't want to do that. But I got my buddy, shout out to Greg, to send me the menu, both sides of that, and he has some photos that if you all want to see him, I can possibly put him on next time if he's cool with me sharing those. But I have to say, it actually handles the rain really well, and there's a bunch of places to go in the rain, like this store right here. It sells everything that you could think of with Star Wars. It has holocrons, both Jedi and Sith. It has lightsabers. It has credits. You can actually buy credits, like a little gold credit. There's also animatronics in the stores. It's amazing. I tried to take a couple pictures of them, but it was so cram-packed full of people that it was really hard to get a good picture. But I have to say, the sheer amount of detail that these places have. And this little video is from the droid building place. You can actually build your own droid that's remote controlled for the low, low price of $100. And I think that's a little insane, but not as insane as some other toys and everything else that you see sold around Disney World. And this place has tons of Easter eggs everywhere. Take a look. Pause it. You'll see some. It's really cool. But you can also make your droid smarter and more reactive by buying certain chips. I think that's kind of a cool little upgrade. You don't have to spend the money if you don't want to, but if you want to get a cooler item that works a bit better, then yeah, spend the extra money to give yourself a personality chip. Here's the droid setting up the outside. But like I said, it was raining this entire time, and it handles the water really well. There's some pods that hold some speeders, and I'm gonna get a better shot of this droid in a second. But there's also a spot where there was some sort of crash that came through. I'll show it in a little bit. But the bathrooms are also really clean and also themed out. There's this stage here that I'm kind of curious about if they're going to do a show of some sort there eventually, which is why I have 2 photos of it. Then as you walk through, you go to the stand right here that sells milk. Blue and green. I can tell you that the blue milk is kind of like tropical gushers. I know that sounds weird. Try it. It's good. It's all plant-based, by the way, and vegan. Very tasty. The other one's kind of like a lemon lime citrusy kind of thing. And if you get the alcohol version, the citrus green milk is tequila. Goes very good with it. The blue is rum. Also goes very well with it. There's a shop in this section, and there's a stage right there you can see where I'm sure Kylo will make a show at some point. But as you walk back towards Smuggler's Run, I started taking some pictures to go back because I thought they looked cool. There's another sign that is in Arabesh. Anyway, so Smuggler's Run is great. I recommend going with a group of 6 if you can do that. Like I said, I don't want to get too much into spoilers, but it's different every time. If you go at night, it's different than if you go in the daytime. I took this photo because a 40-minute wait will not happen ever again. Anyway, what I was saying is that you can't ride the same ride twice. Daytime, nighttime, rain, shine will all affect how you launch and re-enter on the ride. I highly recommend doing it, and each time you play, depending on how well you do, is how long you ride it. I did it twice. I never got above 40%. With 6 people that I trust and can yell at and be like, "What are you doing?" But if you get single riders with you, please be nice to them. I know that it's frustrating if you lose, but it's okay. This is like Mission Space how it was supposed to be. But anyway, here's Rey. The neat thing about these characters is they interact with each other. They must have some sort of system that they do this, because the stormtroopers were looking for Rey, and Rey was able to hide and get away. But I'm going to do a little speculation here. The Resistance ride is going to be coming up in a second, and it looks really cool. I don't know when it's going to be coming out. I also feel like this one spire is going to be important. It looks like it has a hole in it, so maybe the sun or the moon will shine through at a certain point. And then this last thing is a crater that's going to have something in it, and I think it's going to be cool.
Move juice.
Hey y'all, just want to mention a couple of things that I hadn't mentioned earlier. First off, if you're going to be at Magic Kingdom or Animal Kingdom, you're probably going to have a really good time on the 29th, because the lines are going to be drastically lower than normal for a Labor Day weekend. The big thing to take in is that Galaxy's Edge and Epcot's Food and Wine are both releasing the exact same day. So that means that crowds across the board are already going to be lower than usual. But at Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom, they'll be way lower than expected. Now, granted, it is still a busy weekend, so plan ahead a little bit. But I will bet you'll have a better time than you're thinking you're going to have. Second thing to mention, I'm actually going to be out at Food and Wine next week. If you happen to see me or my dog Tetris, I will be having a picture of her. I actually helped train her. She's a service dog in training. So we'll be out in the parks having a good time that day. If you happen to see us, come by, say hi. I'd love to meet you. But the other thing I really want to say is thanks for watching this video. I know that it's long. It's probably close to 16 minutes by now. So, sorry. I will try to make the other one shorter. I didn't realize I was going to be making this video, so I took almost 100 photographs. So, sorry. But shout out to Will, by the way. Thanks for getting me in there. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Greg for the photos, like I mentioned. And shout out to everyone else who helped me make this video along the way. I really appreciate it. And shout out to you guys. I really can use every view, subscription, and like that you can give me. It helps with the algorithm. It also shows me if you actually like this or not. If you guys want me to check out places, leave it in the comments, and I will chat with you all soon.